Good morning. Here we go. Doing a little drive into work. We'll see if we see some nice cars this morning. In front of us, we have an F80 M3. Very nice. And a Mustang over there on the left, SN95. Ooh, we got Tony G and his Escalade in front of us. What up, Tone? Tony G. It's our boy Tony G and his Escalade. Yeah. Love it. Love it. This is a nice little commute into Dedham. Always fun, especially this part of the road because of how fun just sitting in traffic is. It's a great time. Oh, next to us we got a Bronco Wild Track Edition. It kind of astounds me how many Bronco variants and editions there are. It's actually insane. There's like 10 different Bronco variants at least. Probably a lot more if I'm being completely honest. I think there's like a dozen, which is insane to me. You got the Wild Track, you got not the Outlander. I can't even remember them right now off the top of my head, but there's a lot. Yeah, trust me on that. We got Tesla Model Y. Allegedly, people are taking the badges of their Teslas off and replacing them with other less offensive brands. For example, I saw Matt Farah from the Smoking Tire and Zach both posted about this um, an old Tesla Model S that they saw with a Mazda badge on it, which honestly looked really, really close to the Tesla. Like close enough to the Tesla badge where like if you saw that and it had a Mazda badge on it, you could believe that you could believe that that was an actual Mazda product, which is crazy. 2 seconds ago, there's an Audi SQ5 on the left. Absolutely horrible having the fake exhaust tips on the bumper. I have literally no idea why Audi does that. I think that's absolutely absurd, and they should be ashamed of themselves. Shame. Shame. Like, yeah, they don't even make an attempt to make them look even somewhat realistic either. It's just like two chrome plastic pieces put into the bumper on each side, and it's like, what are you doing? Why? Why would you do this, Audi? The car is fast, the car is nice, the car is cool. Just put some real exhaust tips on it, please, for the love of Bob. Makes no sense to me. This woman in front of me with the license plate four boys, that's absolutely hilarious. Having four boys packed in the back of that Hyundai Tucson would be tough though. Because honestly, I mean, you gotta get like a Tahoe or a big SUV if you have four kids. That's a lot of kids. Oh, here we go up here. Little M3 action on the left there. Boring color, amazing car. This part of this drive is always sketchy. I always think someone is gonna just cut me off and cause an accident or something. Usually they don't, but sometimes it happens. Ooh, on the left there, we got an Avalon TRD. You'll probably see it here in a second. Yep, there it goes. Very nice car. I love the Avalon, to be honest. They're great. Great large, full-size cars. Yeah, the Avalon is definitely one of my favorite Toyotas and favorite like underappreciated quote unquote luxury cars. I think if you're looking for something that won't completely break the bank, but is very comfortable, you can cruise in it forever and not get tired of it, and it'll just be a nice, reliable, solid, sweet car. The Avalon is a great value prop. They aren't the cheapest, obviously, but compared to some of their counterparts, they're really, really, really good options. And especially if you get the TRD. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I would get the TRD, but I think they're pretty fast. I think they have V6s. Fun fact, the old Toyota V6 that was in some of previous generation Camrys is the same car or the same engine used in the Lotus Evora. Cool little fun fact. Another cool fun fact. Did you know that every Camry, every Toyota Camry made in the 90s and early 2000s came stock from oof, came stock from the factory with a big dent in the back left bumper. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's just true. Keep an eye out for those Camrys. The Camry bumper. You'll see it. It's true. It's right there. It's a phenomenon that doesn't really make sense until you start seeing a lot of Camrys, and then you realize, like, wait a second, this is actually legitimately true. This is insane. So next time you see one, keep an eye out for that Camry bumper. Cool little Corolla here on the right. I love those Corollas, the hatches. This is always a fun merge. Ugh, it's brutal. It is brutal. My other car is a manual, and so if I ever drive that up, if I ever commute up in that, this part of the drive is not the most fun. But, driving with a manual is always gonna make any drive at least entertaining, if not fun. So, I'm a big proponent that everyone should have to pass their driver's license test in a manual car. Yes, I know there aren't that many manuals out there, and most people aren't gonna be purchasing a manual, which is a shame because manuals are the best. Hashtag save the manuals. But I think that everyone should be required to pass a driver's test in a manual transmission car. If you can't prove you can drive a manual, you don't get a driver's license. Obviously, barring any, you know, differently abled folks who can't, for whatever reason, shift a car, you should need to do that. Okay, that's my take of the day. Fun fact: that take of mine actually got me booted out of a Facebook group whose sole purpose was to celebrate manual transmissions and celebrate how great they are and how everyone loves manuals. I posted that opinion and they thought it was too extreme. And so I got booted, which is insane. But yeah, manuals are absolutely incredible. Everyone should drive one. Everyone should be required to learn and pass a driver's license test in a manual. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay. All right. This traffic actually isn't the worst. It's not great, but it's not the worst. Oof. Oh, I misjudged that one. That sucked. Oh God. That was a butt puckering one. That was not fun. That hurt to go over. Massive yikes. Oof. That was brutal. Hopefully no more of those occur, because that is not a good time. That is not fun at all. Tinted taillights always make me kind of wonder what people are thinking. Honestly, they look good. They look cool, especially if you have a black car. I'm a fan, but it really does make your lights just work less. Like, it's not a great thing to do, to be honest. Especially folks who will do it to their headlights too. Like this weekend, I was at a workout class, and after the class, we were driving by a very nice new Range Rover. Excuse me. Very nice new Range Rover that had the front and rear tail lights blacked out, which is just